Hey there, everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most shocking events in history, the Chernobyl disaster. Now, when you hear Chernobyl, you might think of eerie abandoned buildings, radioactive danger, and even monsters. But what do we really know about these so called creatures of Chernobyl? Stick around as we untangle the myths from reality and uncover what truly lurks in that infamous exclusion zone. So let's rewind to April 26th, 1986. Chernobyl was the site of a catastrophic nuclear accident that changed everything. A reactor exploded, and it released a massive amount of radioactive particles into the atmosphere. Can you imagine? The immediate aftermath was like something out of a horror movie. The nearby town of Pripyat, which was home to about 49,000 people, was completely evacuated. Within just a few hours, this bustling town became a ghost town. Fast forward to today, the area is still uninhabitable, and it has a haunting reminder of what happens when technology goes wrong. But what about the monsters? When we talk about monsters in Chernobyl, it's not just about creepy creatures. It's about what that term really means. Each culture has its own take on monsters, often blending fear with fascination. The psychological effects of a disaster can really twist our minds, making ordinary things seem monstrous. It's almost as if the very idea of a nuclear disaster creates a shadowy realm where anything could exist. We start to wonder if the real monsters might be the aftermath itself, or perhaps the fear that lingers. Now let's look at the real-world consequences of all this chaos. The area around Chernobyl is now a real-life laboratory for mutations. Yes, mutations. Researchers have noted changes in local wildlife, which includes some pretty strange-looking plants and animals. Imagine seeing a three-eyed fish or a bush that grows in quirky shapes. There have been studies showing how radiation has affected the DNA of animals, causing all sorts of genetic changes. Some species have even adapted to the radiation, thriving in ways we never thought possible. It's like nature's resilience on full display. While we're on the topic, let's spill some tea about the urban legends that grew around Chernobyl. I mean, you can't have a disaster of this magnitude without a few ghost stories, right? People have started spinning tales of mutant creatures, like the infamous chupacabra and other mysterious beasts. These legends provide a thrilling narrative that blends fact with fiction. But how credible are these sightings really? Well, most of them are just rumors or exaggerated accounts. Eyewitness reports can be wild, but many have been debunked or lack solid evidence. Here's where it gets interesting. Scientists are actively studying the exclusion zone today. They're investigating mutations, ecosystems, and how life has adapted in this once highly contaminated area. It's not just a deserted wasteland, it's a unique ecosystem. Researchers are using high-tech monitoring strategies to observe how wildlife is bouncing back. Believe it or not, Chernobyl has given us valuable lessons in understanding the long-term effects of nuclear disasters. It's shaping nuclear policies around the globe. To wrap it all up, Chernobyl is more than just a site of disaster. It's a complex tapestry of myths, science, and nature's surprising resilience. Yes, we've talked about monsters, but the real horrors often lie in the consequences of human actions and the unpredictability of nature. Whether you're fascinated by the eerie legends or intrigued by the scientific discoveries, there's no denying that Chernobyl leaves a haunting legacy. If you found this chat interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the unknown. Until next time, keep exploring and remember, a little curiosity goes a long way.